Thinking about moving to Lee Summit, Missouri, but you want to know everything that's going on in Lee Summit before you actually make that decision? Well, if that is the case, then you have come to the right place, because that is what we are going to be discussing in today's video. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, pros, the cons, the yin and the yang, so that you can decide for yourself if Lee Summit, Missouri is a great fit for you and your family. So with that being said, let's talk about the pros and cons of Lee Summit. Now, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to know everything about living in Lee Summit, Missouri and the Kansas City metropolitan area, then subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the current market conditions in Lee Summit and Kansas City, Missouri. My name is Chris Pucci with the Living in Kansas City real estate team, and we get calls every day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months, feel free to reach out, as all of the contact information is in the description box below. Now, we would be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Lee Summit, Missouri. In this video, we're going to highlight 5 pros and 5 cons, starting with the pros. The first pro being the Lee Summit real estate market, which has to do with the fact that Lee Summit offers affordable housing. Compared to other parts of the Kansas City metro area, Lee Summit offers relatively affordable housing. So whether you're looking for a single family home in a new development, or a historic home, or even an apartment, the area does offer a wide variety of choices across many different price points. The average median home value per niche.com is $291,000. While other sources like Zillow and Realtor.com put the median home price at $365,000, all still incredibly affordable when you compare it to other Kansas City suburbs like Leawood and Lenexa, or other similar desirable suburbs in other major U.S. cities. Furthermore, Lee Summit's cost of living is lower than in some parts of the metro, and this makes Lee Summit home ownership more accessible to a broader range of buyers. Lee Summit offers everything from single-family homes and suburban-style developments to historic homes with a lot of character. So whether you are a first-time home buyer looking to upgrade or are seeking a more luxurious property, there are homes available for everyone. As Lee Summit continues to grow, new housing developments are still being built, and this is to accommodate the increasing population. Now, these newer subdivisions offer modern amenities such as clubhouse, pools, walking trails, and community parks. But still, the prices in these developments tend to be less than the construction in similar developments in other surrounding suburbs. Bottom line, Lee Summit offers homes with similar amenities but at a lower price point, making home purchase more attainable in a market that is steadily growing. The second pro would be schools. Now, the Lee Summit School District is one of the primary reasons that families choose to move to Lee Summit. The district consistently ranks as one of the top school districts in Missouri, and part of that has to do with the fact that they offer students a wide variety of academic programs that are designed to meet a wide range of needs. The district frequently receives high ratings from educational rating organizations such as niche.com, who gives them an A, and greatschools.org. And this is due to the high test scores, college readiness, and the high graduation rates. Schools within the district often outperform state averages, making them attractive to families who prioritize education. The district offers AP courses and dual credit opportunities that allow students to earn college credits while still in high school. And this preparation for higher education is one of the key features of the district's academic success. Furthermore, the district provides a wide range of extracurricular activities, including sports, music, theater, as well as various clubs. Furthermore, the district offers programs such as STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, as well as art integration and special education services, catering to students with different educational and learning needs. In summary, if schools are a top priority, then Lee Summit certainly meets that requirement. Another attribute that Lee Summit offers is access to parks and recreation. So Lee Summit is home to over 30 public parks, offering a wide range of activities. These parks are well maintained. They include playgrounds, picnic areas, as well as sports facilities. The city's most popular park is called Legacy Park, and it features baseball fields, soccer fields, as well as walking trails. Another favorite park is Lowenstein Park, and this park features playgrounds, shaded picnic areas, and walking trails, but is also home to the annual Lee's Summit Oktoberfest. Lee's Summit is also home to two lakes, Lake Chicomo and Longview Lake. Now, Lake Chicomo is located in Fleming Park, and it is one of the largest lakes in the area, and it's ideal for boating and fishing and sailing. It covers 970 acres and also offers campgrounds, hiking trails, and picnic areas. Now, Longview Lake is another popular lake. Longview Lake offers 930 acres of water, so there's ideal for boating, fishing, and swimming, and there's even an adjoining marina. Now, the surrounding Longview Lake Park has trails for hiking and biking, as well as areas for picnics and wildlife observation. Longview Lake is also home to various seasonal events, including summer concerts, the 4th of July fireworks display, and the annual holiday lights on the lake event. In addition to the many parks, Lee's Summit also offers many miles of walking and biking trails, including the Rock Island Trail. Now that trail offers a wide paved pathways which connects us to other regional trail systems as well as other neighborhoods. So in addition to the parks, Lee's Summit features the Legacy Park Community Center, which includes a full-size gym, indoor pool complete with leisure pool, water slides, and lamp lane. Now, if golf is your preferred outdoor activity, Lee's Summit residents can play at the Fred Urbanis Public Golf Course, or you can choose to join one of the two private golf clubs located in Lee's Summit. So in summary, Lee's Summit offers a wide variety of outdoor activities through its extensive network of parks, lakes, and trails, making it an ideal place for those who really enjoy an active and outdoor lifestyle. The fourth pro would be Lee's Summit's growing economy. Now, Lee's Summit has experienced steady growth in various industries, which has contributed to the stable local economy. Key sectors include healthcare, education, retail, and construction. Now, the healthcare industry is one of the largest employers in the area, with facilities like Lee's Summit Medical Center and St. Luke's East Hospital, which provide significant employment opportunities. As such, the healthcare sector is expected to continue to grow, making it an attractive field for local job seekers. Now, the Lee's Summit school system and higher educational institutions, such as the Metropolitan Community College at Longview, are also major employers. The city's focus on quality education ensures a steady demand for educators, administrators, and support staff. You have the retail and service sector. The city's expanding commercial districts, such as Summit Fair and Summit Woods Crossings, offer a variety of retail and service jobs. And these shopping centers not only provide employment, but also boost the local economy by attracting consumers from nearby areas. Lee's Summit is also considered a business-friendly environment, attracting both small businesses as well as larger companies. Its convenient location with the Kansas City metro area makes it an appealing spot for companies looking to expand or relocate. And additionally, the local government initiatives support economic growth through incentives and infrastructure development. Finally, Lee's Summit is commuter-friendly. So due to their proximity to Kansas City, residents can easily commute to major employment hubs in the metro. The availability of jobs both locally and in Kansas City provides flexibility for professionals across all fields. The last pro would be Lee's Summit has a strong sense of community. Lee's Summit is known for fostering a close-knit, small-town atmosphere, even though it has grown into one of the larger suburbs in the Kansas City metropolitan area. Now, residents often engage with their neighbors through community activities, which adds to this tight-knit feel. And to create this tight-knit feel, Lee's Summit holds numerous local events and festivals. Lee's Summit's downtown regularly hosts festivals, farmers markets, which, by the way, was voted best farmers market in Missouri, as well as other outdoor events. Popular events include the Downtown Days Festival, the Oktoberfest celebration, and the annual Christmas parade. These events bring the community together and provide opportunities to connect with local businesses as well as neighbors. The city is ideal for families with its numerous parks, excellent schools, and kid-friendly activities. For instance, Legacy Park offers youth sport leagues and summer camps, while the Lee's Summit Parks and Recreation Department organizes events like movie nights, fun runs, and community cleanups that promote family participation as well as local pride. So this close-knit community has made Lee Summit as one of the safest cities in Missouri. In summary, the community-oriented environment with its focus on family and local involvement makes Lee Summit a welcoming and safe place to live for people of all ages. So now that we've finished with the pros, now it's time to turn our attention on some of the less favorable attributes of Lee Summit, Missouri. So for all the things that make Lee Summit so attractive, there are some things that can be considered negative. For instance, distance from major city amenities. So while Lee Summit is relatively close to Kansas City, some residents might find that it lacks the same level of cultural amenities, nightlife, and entertainment options that are found in larger urban areas. Now, you must remember, Lee Summit is a suburban community, and so naturally it lacks the vibrant nightlife that larger urban centers offer. Now, while there are bars and breweries and a few restaurants that stay open late, residents looking for a dynamic nightlife scene with diverse clubs, cocktail lounges, or late night dining might find Lee Summit to be disappointing. And those who crave live music, comedy shows, or a wide variety of nightclubs, a trip to the Kansas City Power and Light District or Westport is usually necessary. And this adds extra travel time, and so for some, this lack of nearby nightlife may make things feel limited in Lee Summit. Now, Lee Summit does have some local art galleries, community theaters, and some small cultural events, but they don't compare to what is offered or available in Kansas City. For instance, Kansas City has the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art, the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts, the National World War I Museum, and all of these are located in Kansas City, about 20 to 30 minutes away. Meaning residents who are interested in regular large-scale performances, gallery exhibitions, or historical museums will be required to make frequent trips to the city. Similarly, Kansas City hosts major theater productions, ballets, symphonies, and concerts that just aren't available in Lee Summit. So again, it means the resident has to plan a trip in order to experience these events as well. Now, although Lee Summit has a variety of local and chain restaurants that serve everyday dining needs, including several casual and family-friendly eateries, those seeking high-end fine dining or a more diverse culinary experience are limited compared to what Kansas City has to offer. Additionally, shopping options in Lee Summit primarily revolve around Summit Fair and Summit Woods crossings, which are excellent for everyday retail needs but lack the luxury boutiques and specialty shops found in Kansas City's Country Club Plaza or the Crown Center. So while Lee Summit offers a high quality of life with plenty of local amenities, its distance from major city amenities can be a drawback for those seeking a more vibrant and urban lifestyle. A second negative would be suburban sprawl and traffic. So Lee Summit continues to experience rapid growth, more housing developments, shopping centers, and commercial areas. So while this development offers new opportunities, it also leads to suburban sprawl, where neighborhoods and commercial zones are spread out over a much wider area. Consequently, residents often have to drive longer distances to get to work, schools, shopping, or entertainment. Now, this can create a less walkable environment, meaning fewer pedestrian-friendly areas compared to more compact cities. So with increased development means more vehicles are on the road, and this leads to traffic congestion, especially during peak commuting hours. So main thoroughfares like I-470 and US 50 can experience significant backups, particularly around the interchanges during rush hour. Now, many residents commute to Kansas City for work, and with Lee Summit's growing population, this has put added pressure on the road's infrastructure. For those who work in downtown Kansas City or other areas further away, daily commutes can be pretty lengthy. Commuting time from Lee Summit to downtown Kansas City typically takes 20 to 40 minutes, but this can easily stretch to over an hour during the heavy traffic times. So the combination of suburban spread and the reliance on cars makes commuting more frustrating for residents who prefer a quicker, more efficient transportation system. Another negative, similar to urban sprawl, is the limited public transportation in Lee Summit. Now, Lee Summit is a suburban city, and like many suburbs of the United States, it relies heavily on cars for transportation. Public transportations in Lee Summit are very limited, and most residents need to drive for daily tasks, whether it be commuting to work, running errands, or taking kids to school. Now, this car dependency can be inconvenient for residents who either don't own a car or prefer to take public transit. So while Ride KC operates some bus routes in Lee's Summit, the service is pretty limited, with fewer routes and stops than you would find in the Kansas City urban core. In addition, the frequency of buses are also lower, meaning longer waits, less flexibility for those people who rely on public transit. So, for people who work in Kansas or other surrounding areas, the bus system isn't always a practical option for commuting. Our fourth con would be the weather. So, for some, this is perceived a negative. Now, the weather overall is mild, and we are treated to 4 distinct seasons. Spring and fall are the best 2 seasons for outdoor activities because the temperatures are typically in the 60s and the 70s. Now, I have to say though, we do have a tornado season in the spring, which starts in about April and typically lasts to the beginning of June. Summer and winter are typically the least 2 favorite seasons, and depending where you are coming from, you may find the summer or winter a bit of a shock until you actually get accustomed to it. Summers can be hot, and they can be at sometimes pretty humid. The summer months run from the beginning of June through the end of August, and the temperatures range in the beginning of summer from the 70s to the mid-80s, and through mid-July through the end of August, the temperatures will get into the 90s, and every once in a while you'll actually get a day over 100. But those are very rare. On days when we do have humidity, it can feel and will feel very uncomfortable. We do get the occasional thunderstorm, which can bring some hail and high winds. Now, the winters run from December through the end of February, but in reality, we only have 6 weeks of really cold weather, and that starts about mid-January, and it typically goes through the end of February. Might stretch a little bit into March, but it's usually the end of February. Now, if you're not accustomed to cold, our winters can seem pretty harsh. The average temperatures run from a low of 20 degrees to a high of 45, with temperatures frequently dropping below freezing. Now, there are days, however, when the temperatures reach up into the 50s and every so often into the 60s. We are subject to the occasional snowstorm, though snowfall is moderate, and we are also subject to the occasional ice storm, which are very rare, but they do occur. Snowstorms and ice storms make roads very hazardous for driving, particularly if you're not accustomed to these kinds of conditions. Personally, having grown up here, I love the weather and the fact that we have 4 seasons. Spring and fall are my favorites, but I do love the summer heat, even on that rare day when it gets over 100 degrees. And of course, there is nothing more beautiful than walking or running in a snowstorm with snow on the ground. So if you want to feel like a kid again, go find a hill, take a sled, and go sledding. Nothing makes you feel like a kid than sledding down a hill. So the final negative or con has to do with real estate taxes. Now, Jackson County, where Lee's Summit is located, tends to have higher property tax rates compared to neighboring counties, such as Johnson County, Kansas. Now, these higher taxes are partly due to the extensive public services, including school parks, infrastructure maintenance that the county provides. However, for the homeowner, this can translate into a significant annual expense and have an impact on housing affordability. While the cost of homes in Lee's Summit can still be considered reasonable compared to the national averages, the combination of rising home prices and higher property taxes can stretch a budget, especially for first-time home buyers or those who are on a fixed income. Lee's Summit residents have experienced recently property tax rate increases, and over time, this could make Lee's Summit's housing less affordable, particularly for families who are trying to purchase their first home. But despite the recent increases, when you take into consideration everything, housing in Lee's Summit is still more affordable than in similar cities and comparable suburbs. In summary, Lee's Summit offers a blend of affordability, excellent schools, outdoor recreation, and a family-friendly atmosphere, all within close proximity to Kansas City's urban amenities. The city's balance between suburban comfort and access to metropolitan attractions make it an ideal place for families, professionals, and retirees alike. I hope you found this video helpful, and please leave a comment below, but be nice. And if you have any questions, want to learn more, or just want to talk, give us a call, shoot us a text, or an email, or better yet, schedule a Zoom call. All the information is below, and until then, we hope to show you around town.